My name is Lloyd Pace, and I'm the writer of 9/12 Oz. The process for writing 9/12 Oz was, when it happened, I thought about it for a long time. And what I kept thinking about was the contrast between what was going on in Midtown with Lower Manhattan. And the other thing I kept thinking about was the people. And so many people in my area, the metro area, knew people. And if you didn't know anyone, still the New York Times kept repeating day after day, week after week, photographs with bios. And you'd study those photographs and you'd look at their bios and you got to know the people. And then what happened, it moved from, over a period of a year or two, from just contemplating that tragedy to having a broader theme of how other people were affected by other tragedies and how they dealt with loss, or how they were not able to deal with loss, how they weren't able to move on. When I came to Sanctuary, what they were able to do was, one, put the words in the air so we could hear it, and then they had interesting things they did.
That's what inspired Sanctuary's founding, was that it was a group of playwrights that felt like we'd like to just have a company that does the plays and doesn't choose to develop them forever, and actually then presents the play. So these things were the founding tenets of Sanctuary.
It was a group of playwrights mainly that brought new work and brought it for actors to read and hear aloud. And at some point they realized that they wanted to have a resident acting company.
The idea was that playwrights, directors, dramaturgs, and actors would train together, would play together, would work together, and therefore then co-create the pieces.
We get hundreds of plays sent to us. We don't look at it as a play joins the company to be produced and then goodbye. The playwright comes with it, and in a sense we're trying to provide an artistic home for these artists.
The reason I think it's important for 9/12 Oz to be seen is because it's part of our collective consciousness.
As much as I feel that the city was very strongly reverberating of this event, and it still does, the ripple effects are still very noticeable. There's still a lot of rawness about this tragedy.
For me especially, it's getting behind 9/12 because it's going to tell the story of how can we move on? What can we do to go from here? It's about honoring those that were lost, and not just those that were lost, but those that are still here and still having trouble getting through the days.
This is something that is very special. The fact that 9/12 Oz, Lloyd's play, can get right at the heart of the personal level of the impact of this. And what's amazing about it is, despite the horror of that moment of freezing that these characters have gone through, the play is incredibly funny. And that really needs to be stressed. The way we need to process our experiences and memories, very often humor becomes so much of a part of how we can move on, how we can cope and deal with this stuff.
It's a play that has to be seen. It's a topic that is still relevant and still needs to be talked about. It's a topic that a lot of people are still suffering from. And I don't want to say that this is going to heal all of them, but maybe in some small way, theater is a healing medium.
So it's an amazing play. You've got to go.